You're tuning into Black and White Sports on YouTube. The no-holds-barred truth on sports. The main event starts now.
All right, Black and White Sports supporters. Well, we knew this was coming. We've been waiting on it. If you're a Steelers fan, if you're a Falcons fan, if you're a Raiders fan, you've been monitoring for this as well, especially in light of not knowing exactly what's going to happen with Kirk Cousins, Justin Fields. Pretty sure, just did a video on this. It was coming until I saw this. It was shot, uploaded. I'll have something on Baker Mayfield coming probably in the next 2 hours. I'll drop it. But Russell Wilson will officially be released by the Denver Broncos, and they have informed him that his time in Denver is officially done. This is Yahoo. In March of 2022, the Broncos traded a haul to the Seattle Seahawks for Russell Wilson. The price didn't matter at the time. The Broncos were getting a 9-time Pro Bowl quarterback and finally ending a long stretch of horrendous play at the position. At least that's how it was supposed to turn out. It should be noted, George Patton did not have to give him this big contract. He did not have to give him this big contract, all right? And there's part of me that believes that had he just gotten a fair contract of somehow or no extension at all, he might have been staying with this team under different circumstances, but the contract was a massive problem, and it was one of the worst contracts in NFL history. The trade and subsequent contract extension will go down as one of the most ruinous in NFL history. I just said that. The Broncos put an end to the Wilson era after 2 seasons on Monday, announcing his release with a statement from General Manager George Patton and head coach Sean Payton. Here is the statement, quote, "We spoke with Russell Wilson today to inform him of his release after the start of the league year. On behalf of the Broncos, we thank Russell for his contributions and dedications to our team and our community while wishing him the best as he continues his career. As we move forward, we are focused on building the strongest team possible for the 2024 season and beyond. We are excited to improve this offseason, and we will have the flexibility to get better through the draft and free agency. My gut feeling is Sean Payton loves him some J.J. McCarthy. That's my guess, provided that they can get around to it." So, Russell Wilson put out a statement. "Thank you, Broncos country. Over the last 2 years, you have welcomed my family and me with open arms and have embraced us as members of the Denver community. This city will always hold a special place in my heart. Our family grew here. We made countless memories and friendships and formed relationships that will last a lifetime. To my teammates, thank you for going to battle together, for being there through it all. There are so many moments I cherish because of you, and I am blessed for the impact you have made on my life. I am beyond grateful for all of you, and to have been able to run out as your teammate was an honor. Court, I'll never forget your one-handed catch in L.A., your toe tap in Buffalo. Bulls, you always wrapping your arm around me, win or lose. Brandon Johnson, your relentless work ethic. Jay, you snagging and high-pointing the ball versus KC. And he goes on to talk about all these other highlights, I guess. I'll never forget Wendy and Brandon in the cafeteria. Wow, okay. And he goes on to thank Pastor Ray Jackson. God's got me. I'm excited for what's next. Okay, Russell. So that was his official statement. The Wilson era in Denver will be remembered for Wilson's ineffective play on the field, the sloppy way in which the Broncos handled his final season, one of the most lopsided trades ever, and the astonishing amount of money the Broncos spent just to find themselves back in quarterback abyss. It is unimaginable that this happened. Guys, there are 3 horrific trades in the history of football. It is Herschel Walker, the Dallas Cowboys, of course, the Vikings getting Herschel. It was this trade for Russell Wilson, and I still believe we're going to find out the Deshaun Watson trade is the next one that's going to be one of the worst ever. The Seahawks traded Wilson and a 2024 fourth-round pick to the Broncos for the 2022 first-round pick, 2022 second-round pick, 2022 fifth-round pick, 2023 first-round pick, 2023 second-round pick, and 3 players. Tight end Noah Fant, defensive lineman Shelby Harris, and quarterback Drew Lock. It's unimaginable that this trade happened. It's one of the worst ever. It's one of the worst contracts ever. Still can't figure out why he was extended. I am surprised it went this bad. And I don't think Sean Payton thought it was going to get this bad. When I would see him go on Colin Cowherd's show the year before, that year he spent with Fox Sports, you could tell that coach believed, because they talked about Russell a lot, you could tell he believed he could reboot Russell's career. But what he did not realize was when wide receivers were wide open, and I've talked about this before, Russell, instead of throwing the ball to a wide open receiver 12 yards down the field, he would pull the ball down, run for 6. That was very frustrating for Sean Payton. And he's a timing and rhythm coach as far as his offense goes, and it was a disaster. It was an utter disaster. There's going to be a lot of teams in here. You got to remember, the Broncos are going to foot most of this salary, pretty much all of it, okay, which allows Russell to sign for the league minimum. All right? So you can expect, I know there's a lot of fire about 2 other quarterbacks in the Patriots right now, Flacco, Brissett, and I do kind of feel like that's where they're going to go. But Russell's going to get some consideration there because of how little money he's going to cost. The Raiders going to get some consideration there. And then the other big one is going to be Mike Tomlin and the Steelers. And if I had to wager money, and I'm not sure I'd wager a lot, but if I had to put a 10 spot on it, on where his next destination is, I'm going to say the Steelers. But if the Vikings lose Kirk Cousins, then their plan's going to shift too, all right? And they're going to end up probably wanting to draft a quarterback, but they're going to want a bridge quarterback. And Russell might end up being that guy in Minnesota, okay? So in other words, the fan base doesn't lose all hope. Oh, we got Russell Wilson. He did win a Super Bowl at one time, went to another one, etc. Maybe he'll reboot. Maybe it'll work out. And that's the way most of these teams are going to be looking at this. You know, it was an all-time bad decision. And it's one that makes John Schneider and Pete Carroll look brilliant. Brilliant. Tell me what you think. Peace. I'm out. Till next time.
Thanks for watching the show. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Be sure to tune in next time on Black and White Sports.